I'm just so excited for our players and for what they've been able to achieve so far this year. Just a remarkable job of our players believing in themselves, buying in to our staff. A great job of our staff of preparing them and getting them ready, uh, and and now beating a Troy team, a good solid Troy team, uh, to win our first conference game. Just can't say enough. The fans, I don't know how many were there, but it was loud and energetic, and they were so involved in the game. We just have a great feel behind our bench. And I will say this, I'm going to keep on letting a lot of our scout teamers and our guys dress, or at least wear jerseys, because we got the best cheerleaders. I mean, you could see it on the sideline. They were never excited about anything. Our kids got excited when we got a first down. There's still an enthusiasm and an excitement, and I think it's that energy that helps us, and we respond to it. But mostly the players went out and played offensively. For every game, we've gone out of the locker room and moved the ball and scored. Each week we get a little better offensively. Defensively, I thought we'd have a chance to be pretty good, and we're proving that. I thought we were more talented. I thought we've got some outstanding linebackers. We've got some players, and each week they just keep impressing me in the way they play. And we're driven by a strong defensive group of players and an offense that I think Rich is finding ways for us to be. To manufacture an offense, to find a little bit of this we can do, a little bit of that we can do. We came out through deep early, took it right down the field, scored a touchdown. Second half came down, scored a touchdown with a fourth and inches. Rich wanted to go for it. We went for it and broke a long touchdown run there with Andrew Henry to give us a big margin there. It was I think it was 20-10 at that point, and it just gave us the strength. And of course, Jaquez Williams' interception for a touchdown over 90 yards was the one that just kind of sealed the deal. And I don't have it. There's so many players. I wouldn't have an MVP because I haven't had time to study it. There were just so many guys that were all over that field. But that was an MVP play of the game because it solidified the way the game was going to end. I felt at that point, and then the defense came back with a safety. Great job for our players. Awful proud of them. I'm very proud of our staff, our administration, for the commitment they've made for us building this program. And now we've just won 2 games. We won 1 conference game. We got a long way to go. But I said last week, if anything else, we got our nose pointed in the right direction. And now we're crawling up that hill. And we got whatever levels there are. We got one more level in today. Any questions anybody might have?
Hey Terry,
Yeah.
we've been talking, through these first 2 games, of just the search of trying to find some big plays and some playmakers to manufacture this offense. You found 2 guys tonight, Zach Jackson and Andrew Henry, and just were they guys you were expecting to come through big, or is this just kind of an equal opportunity thing? You're going to give guys the opportunity to go in there and play.
No, we're narrowing it down. I mean, you saw Andrew Henry became the guy that we left in the game almost all the time. And so there were a lot of plays that got 1 or 2 yards, but we feel like now, after 3 games, he is the back that gives us the best chance to have big plays because he's got more speed. And he's a tough runner, but he's got more speed. And so he's our number 1 guy. We don't have 3 anymore. We have 1, and everybody else it helps him when he needs a rest. Zach did a great job at wide receiver. We felt like we really have gotten it down to about, we played 3 or 4 receivers mostly, and he's one of them. But he really has come along. We feel like he has a lot of potential, and he's physical, very physical, and he's able to go up one-on-one with cornerbacks that aren't as big as he is and make plays. So he came through for us tonight, and I've always felt that we needed somebody on the edge to do that. Boogie's a grinder. He's going to make that yardage when he's in there around the linebackers, and he's tough enough to get banged around. But we need somebody on the edge to make plays over top, out-jump people, out-run people, and I thought Zach did a great job doing that. And so, we're still a work in progress offensively, but we're a work in progress as a team. But our kicking game and not just our protection, our coverage, which I was so proud of tonight. Great, they had a great. Their kicker, their punt returner last year was one of the best, and he tried to make some returns. We did a good job with that. But our punter and our field goal kicker just did a marvelous job. We've worked so hard, but and we felt all along that if we were going to win a few games this year, we would have to win the kicking game, and we've come through. And Ron West has led the coaching staff. Everybody does their part, but Devin McCormick as our punter, and you don't talk about a punter as much as a kicker, field goal kicker, because you have to watch the game a little closer. Field goal kicker gets points when he kicks it through the goalpost, but that punter has been awful important to us too. So awful proud of our special teams, our long snapper, and the way they've all played.
And your defense too. I mean, that's now I think with enough of a sample, you can call that really a strength of this team. And you mentioned you thought they had a chance to be good, but to come up like they have in the past two games, they're putting points on the board. Now that you couldn't ask for anything more than that.
No, Zach Alley and his staff have done a great job of putting players in the right position to be successful. And like I say, coming out of the preseason, I said, guys, I think, and I've coached against a lot of the conference when I was at Akron, and even way back, I've coached against a lot of the conference teams, and I kind of have a feel for it. And I felt like our defensive, athletically, we could play with it. We didn't have that marquee rush in, but dadgum Ty Shelby has become. He just makes plays from that position. Although he's not that skinny, tall, lean guy that you thought. He's very physical. But he's become outstanding at that position. We've got good rush. But defensively, I'm very, very pleased. Even the play that we gave up, the big play that we gave up, was a hurry-up offense scramble and caught us out of position. Quarterback looked like he crossed the line. In fact, I called a timeout thinking it was across the 50 was the line of scrimmage, but it was the 49. He hadn't crossed it. But they caught us out of position, made a big play there. But defensively, they've just gotten better and better. A lot of credit to the coaching staff and Zach Alley putting them in a good position. But I think we have a chance, if we will continue to work and be unselfish, to get better and better on defense so that we compete with everyone. When you play great defense, you can play against everybody. You might have to get hot on one day on offense to beat some of the better teams. But by playing great defense, you can compete against everybody in the conference.
Anything else for Coach, guys?
How does it feel? This is Kevin Lloyd with the Hawkeye. What kind of emotions are running through you right now with you winning your first Sun Belt Conference?
I'm so excited. I've had a lot of seasons as a head coach and had a lot of big wins, but that's a big one to me. That's one that'll go down as one that I know that I'll always feel special to me because this job is special to me. I don't have a lot of other jobs. I'm not looking for any other jobs. This is the job I want to be a. This is my final job, and I want so much for this university and for this football program. And we had to get a game like that to get it started. Jackson State was critical because you get a win because we didn't have any. But now you go to your conference, and Troy, over the years, that I know a lot about the Sun Belt, over the history of the Sun Belt, probably as successful as anybody in the Sun Belt conference, going back to when Larry Blakeney was the head coach years ago. But for us to get that win was vital. That was their third year with that staff. They had 19 of 22 starters back. And we went out there and really, I told our players they'd have to play a 4-quarter game, but they got about a 3.5-quarter game and had it under control. So that was awful nice. The way it happened at the end with the two defensive plays, the big punt kick off, the interception return, and the safety that really sealed it for us.
And Terry, I got one more for you.
Yeah.
Two quarterbacks are better than one tonight.
Right.
Do you feel good about how you're dividing up the reps there and kind of how you're using each guy to move this offense?
Yeah, I think there's without a doubt. I think what we're able to utilize Rhett, and y'all can talk to him when he gets here, and Chandler, and mix it up. It doesn't mean Rhett's got to run some, Chandler's got to throw some. But when they go in there, if you're better at one than the other, then you just got to be good enough at the other to make the defense respect it. And so it opens up a lot of things for you. And I'm not sure that with Rhett, with many years as Coach Rodriguez has coached, that he doesn't have other ideas in his mind about how to utilize some of the other quarterbacks. It's just a very unselfish offense. I've watched Rich a lot of years, and some years he throws it a lot, some years he runs it a lot, but usually tries to do what our team can do best. And tonight we found out a little bit more about what our offense could do.